Anyway, very tight races here. In fact, Maricopa County is setting the stage that tabulating all these votes may not be an election night thing. It may take days.
Wow. Well, 12 News journalist Colleen Sikora explains that county leaders are asking voters for patience and to be prepared.
Tight races, high interest in the election, and a two-page ballot are leaving Maricopa County officials warning of lines on Election Day, and also warning it's going to take them 10 to 13 days to tabulate results. 2 pages and an average of 79 contests per ballot.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to it. Conservative Confucius here. We got more election news for you, concerning election news, actually. We covered a bunch of election stuff yesterday, but this is new stuff for you. So let's get to it and do it. We've opened up with a clip that was part of this, and it's in Maricopa County. We got some more stuff on different states, and it's all very, very, very important stuff that we need to be aware of and make sure that if we do see this, if you guys get a video of this and it hasn't been delivered to the police yet, make sure you do that. That is important stuff. It cannot be made clear enough, like I'm double saying everything. It is very important that we take any of the evidence we have and immediately give it to the court, because if this is done after the election, it's let's just say it's almost impossible for it to be undone if the election is rigged. Even with evidence given and court cases finding that there was fraud, it's never going to get undone. We've seen that with Maricopa County in 2022. You've seen it with the 2020 election. We have to be we have to be foreseeing the end result of this if it goes bad. So when we see fraudulent things going on, do something about it, guys. Alrighty, so don't forget to go down there, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, please. You guys need to subscribe. It really helps me out. I appreciate every subscriber we get. Let me know. Give me a comment when you subscribe, and I will give you some information on my merch store, maybe give you a discount if we're able to offer it right now. I think we are. And leave a comment for me, and don't forget to share the video if you guys like it. Check out the Discord and my merch store, like I was saying, at www.streamlabs.com/conservative-confucius/merch. That's streamlabs.com/conservative-confucius/merch. Alrighty, guys, let's get into it.
Interest in the election and a two-page ballot are leaving Maricopa County officials warning of lines on Election Day, and also warning it's going to take them 10 to 13 days to tabulate results. 2 pages and an average of 79 contests per ballot.
We are expecting heavy turnout this year, and so that's why we're really encouraging people to vote early.
2 weeks out from Election Day, and some votes are in.
More than 400,000 people have cast their ballot in Maricopa County.
That's out of an anticipated 2.1 million voter turnout this year.
We are seeing a little bit of a lag of where we...
With 218 possible voters being illegal immigrants, because we know there's 218,000 illegal immigrants in our system in Maricopa County, where I live. It is extremely dangerous. I mean, these drop boxes you'll see in the rest of this video are not safe, and they are not secure in any way.
We were in 2020, but the last few days we've actually seen an uptick in turnout. So I am expecting that we will start approaching very close to those 2020 numbers.
What can impact the amount of results released and when? Early ballots dropped off on Election Day.
Our races will be close.
And on Election Day, lines are expected, even with an increase in vote centers and voting booths at those vote centers.
If you're going to vote on Election Day, vote in person and use that on-site tabulator so that those votes will be tabulated on that evening, as opposed to dropping off your early ballot on Election Day.
The county adding more high.
If there's only 400,000 votes that have been sent in so far, and you expect the majority of the 2.1 million voters in Maricopa County voting by using the tabulator, then why do you need 10 to 12 days to count? There are cities across America that have, 1 million, 2 million populations, and aren't just, Phoenix area. They're much larger, areas that they have to count. And yet they're able to count, 1, 2, 3 million ballots in 6 to 12 hours. And yet we have a massive city with huge amounts of governmental structures, local, surrounding cities around Phoenix. And yet we can't come up with a way to make sure these votes, that just this, few 100,000, 4, 5, 600,000 by the time November 6th comes, it's probably around 600,000. We can't count 600,000 in 6 to 12 hours when other states and cities can count millions in the same amount of time. It'll take us 10 to 12 days to do what other people are doing in a set amount of hours. That is disgusting. And it's obviously very suspicious,
Speed
especially because we've never had that issue. Why is the issue popping up now when we had less people working during the 2020 election and we were able to do it then?
tabulators, more election workers.
We're increasing staffing at our ballot processing as well because, again, we're handling double the number of the sheets of paper. And so we are looking to both.
Not only that, we did it in less than 48 hours in 2020, and almost all of the ballots were mail-in. Like more than like probably 70% were mail-in in just in Maricopa County. We had a lot of people. We were starting to open up like later in 2020, so we were kind of a little bit freer, and there were a decent amount, but a lot of people were still scared up in, until middle of 2021, remember? So like we had a decent amount, like probably 4 times the amount of mail-in ballots that we're going to have this year, and yet somehow with 4 times less, they're not able to do it in the same amount of time. They have to do it in 10 to 12 days.
Both have extra shifts, night shifts, if necessary, in ballot processing, and then in the next step that takes place in election administration, and that's through tabulation.
But tabulation
So itchy.
expected to take time.
We do expect
Sorry, my allergies are like just driving me wild right now. We get a second spring in Arizona. Like our fall is another spring, so it just pollens up again, and I am just crazy.
that it will take between 10
Right
and
now.
13 days to complete tabulation.
It is crazy out here. It's still like 90 degrees right now in Arizona, and it's October 23rd, so it is insane. Sometimes it'll be almost 100 degrees until like the second or third week in November. It's crazy. So this is a woman in Somerset, Massachusetts, just handing a random person in this car a huge stack of mail-in ballots. This is why we need more and more election integrity committees and organizations and everything, on the Republican side. We need to make sure this doesn't happen. We need to be watching them. So here you go. You see her hand, like a bag filled with like stack like of ballots like that. Look at all those. That is a stack that thick of ballots that are that long, like, that wide. So you're looking at probably close to, I'd say at least 75 to 100 ballots. Minimum 60, which is insane. Because, it obviously weighs a decent amount too. You can tell she's kind of, if it was light, you could just, even if it was floppy, you could still just one-hand it, put it down. But it's got a lot of, heft, and if it flops too much, it'll probably, they'll come out. So that shows that's at least, oh yeah, that's more than 75. That's nearly at least 100 now. I can get a good look right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's easily 100 ballots, easily. And we have this one. This woman steals a ballot out of this dude's box. And the last one was from I Meme, Therefore I Am. This one is from, our first one was End Wokeness. Sorry, this is Cali RN619. This is the persistent Scott Pressler. He's a guy who gets people to vote. He's actually really great. He's helped out in Pennsylvania. There are now, like, Republicans are more registering. Well, the Democrats are under registering at negative 267,000, and Republicans are like 190,000 plus. So we're doing really well in Pennsylvania right now. And it's all because of this dude, Scott Pressler. I really think you guys should check him out. He's got videos, he's got TikTok. He's really good. And this is posted originally by Libs of TikTok in the Erie, Pennsylvania. So you can see she's got her Harrison Walls name tag thing on. So does the other guy in his pocket, though, on his shirt. And it's covering it up so you can't see his name. He opens the mailbox, sees the information, puts it in there, and comes back. They check the mailbox again. They knock again. So they knock, they go to the mailbox. She looks in it a little bit. He looks in it. They take some things. Yeah. Takes one flyer out, puts another one in. I thought it was a ballot. That's another video. My bad. So she takes a Trump thing out and puts in a Harris thing. So it was voter information. It was the little pamphlet you get, or not pamphlet, it's like a flyer basically. And it says like this policy, that policy, this policy, that policy. And then it says on the other side, the same thing. And then on the Trump one, it says the same kind of stuff. And they took the Trump one and replaced it with the Biden, so used to Biden, Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz flyer, or whatever you want to call it, door flyer. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then we have Laura Loomer here posted this one. This is another drop box I was mentioning. I told you we'd have a drop box in here. This guy walks up this. So this is footage from Montana, in Glacier County, Montana, on the 20th. So this is 3 days ago. He walks up. I don't know what he did to the lid. He did something. Let's look at a little bit of a read on this. So the footage shows staffer from the DSCC, Senate Democrats named Laszlo Gendler, who was observed attempting to rip the box off the column it's attached to. That's what he was. Okay. It appears the Democrats are resorting to attempting to steal the election from Trump, U.S. Senate candidate Tim Sheehy, by stealing drop boxes to stuff them with ballots. Democrats only know how to lie, steal, cheat, blah, blah, so on. Yeah, I don't know if he tries to do it again, but he looked like he tried to lift it off the wall. I thought he was trying to grab like the box and rip it open, but he looks like he's trying to take it off the wall, I guess. Or he's trying to just get the whole thing open so he didn't have to stuff it one after another. Let's see if he does it again. Yeah, he's trying to pull the side. He's like, can't open it. So yeah, I think he's trying to just open it, not steal it, like they were saying. But he's trying to rip the lid open from the side that opens, and he can't. You could tell he was obviously trying to do something because he didn't stick anything in the front, which is where you would.
And was it at work?
And so he was trying to get under the lid so he could pull it open, but he couldn't do it. That's just, we've seen this stuff. We saw it in 2020. We saw it in 2022. There was that documentary which people say, oh, it was debunked. It wasn't. It wasn't. They just got in trouble for fighting against the government. I mean, that's what happens when you have a fascist government. You see people fighting back against it, and they get in trouble and say, no, you can't do that. That's wrong and illegal, and the information is false. And it's like, well, it's not false. It was based off of satellite data from a phone tracking company. And they're like, oh, well, that data is inaccurate. It's like, no, it's not. It's satellite data. This isn't freaking some biased report that someone just asked people on the street this or that. This is video evidence, it's phone data, tracking data, all kinds of stuff. It was 2,000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza. You should check it out. So yeah, more non-citizens are voting in America. We went over the Maricopa County ones where it's 218,000. I showed you videos of them going door to door and asking them who they're voting for and if they're registered. And they all said the same thing, Kamala, and yes, I registered. Usually it was either through the NGO that took them here or at the DMV when they were signing up to get a license. They would check it, which they weren't supposed to be able to do, and they did anyways, and somehow it went through and they were registered. So this is from the Real Muckraker at one apartment complex. 31% of those interviewed admitted to being illegal aliens registered to vote.
Work?
At work.
Are you a citizen or not yet?
No.
Are you already registered?
Yes, we are.
Were you registered at work?
Yeah, that's right.
So you're not a citizen yet?
No, they haven't given me anything yet.
Who do you prefer, President Trump or Kamala Harris?
I mean, not Trump.
No?
Definitely not him.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has bragged about turning his state into a sanctuary for non-citizens from around the world. In 2023, Walz signed into law the Driver's License for All bill, which allowed non-citizens with any immigration status to get a license.
That's what Arizona did too.
Shortly thereafter, Walz signed into law the Democracy for the People Act, which automatically registers people to vote through Minnesota's driver and vehicle
allowing
services.
16-year-olds and 17-year-olds to pre-register to vote.
In Minnesota
that won't go wrong.
To ensure that the non-citizens Tim Walz advocates for are not abusing our electoral system.
Illegal aliens, not non-citizens.
Shockingly, at one apartment complex in Minneapolis, a staggering 31% of the individuals we spoke to admitted to being non-citizens who were registered to vote. Our investigation raises serious questions about election integrity in Minnesota, and the implications for the 2024 presidential election are deeply concerning.
Venimos con una organización que se dedica a registrar a la gente hispana para poder votar en las elecciones que vienen el mes que viene. Mucha gente dice que ya lo registraron en el trabajo o en el supermercado. ¿Usted ya está registrada?
Sí.
¿Ya está?
En el trabajo,
oh,
sí.
¿En el trabajo? Ok. ¿Usted es ciudadana o no es ciudadana?
No.
No es. So, usted no es ciudadana, ¿verdad?
No.
Venimos con una organización que se dedica a registrar a la gente hispana para poder votar en las elecciones que vienen el mes que viene. ¿Usted ya está registrado?
Sí,
ya está.
Estamos, sí, gracias.
¿O en el trabajo lo registraron?
Así es.
Ah, ok.
Sí, trabajo en el...
What's going on everywhere?
Ah, sí, ahí
Sí,
lo
ahí es-
registraron.
ahí es donde estamos.
Y oiga, ¿y ustedes?
It seems like this is really happening in the swing states. You got Arizona, Minnesota. It's probably happening in Wisconsin and Georgia, and it's going to continue to be outed, hopefully. But if not, if this isn't continuing to be outed, I hope it is, and I think this guy is going to continue. He did Maricopa County too, so hopefully he continues with this project, and he's already filming the other states. But dude, like, this is not good. This is really, really, really bad. If it's as bad as it is in Arizona and Minnesota, then that's more than enough to change an election on like a massive amount. It is, like I said before in my last video yesterday, in 2020, Trump lost by less than just over 10,000. It was like 10,096 votes. That's it. And in Georgia, it was like 11,000 or something like that, or maybe switched, but it was just under 10,000 in one and 11,000 in the other, or just above 11,000 in the other. And in Arizona, we have 218,000 illegal immigrants registered to vote and voting. So tell me how, if an election can be won by 10,000, how can it not be overthrown and cheated out of and stolen by 218,000 that are still going to be counted until 2025, when they said they will then remove them from the voter system, which is insane. Do it now. If you can do it in 2025, you can do it now. Like, even if you don't get them all out, even if it takes a minute, like, you can at least get a massive portion of them out, evening out the election process and making it more legitimate, even though it'll still be obviously somewhat fraudulent until they're all removed.
Ciudadano o no es ciudadano.
En eso estoy.
En eso está.
Así es.
So, no es al momento ciudadano. Trump o la Kamala Harris para votar para presidente. Mucha gente dice que ya lo registraron en el trabajo o en el mercado. ¿Usted ya lo registraron?
Sí.
¿Ya?
Ya.
Ah, ¿y fue en el trabajo?
En el trabajo.
Ah, ok,
Sí.
ok. ¿Y usted es ciudadano o todavía no es? No. Con una organización que se dedica a registrar a la gente hispana para poder votar en las elecciones que vienen el mes que viene. ¿Usted a lo mejor ya lo registraron en el trabajo, en el supermercado, ya está registrado?
Creo que sí, ya.
¿Ya está?
Sí.
¿Y fue en el trabajo?
En el trabajo.
En el trabajo. Ah, ok, ok. Puede votar en las elecciones que vienen el mes que viene. Mucha gente dice que ya lo registraron en el trabajo, en el supermercado, o en la licencia, en el DMV. ¿Ustedes ya están registrados?
Ya.
¿Ya están? Ok, ¿y ustedes son ciudadanas? ¿Todavía no son?
No.
¿Están en el proceso?
Estamos en el proceso de eso, sí.
¿O no son ciudadanas?
No, estamos
ok.
en el proceso de, de legalización.
¿Vienen de México?
Sí.
¿O sí están registrados?
Oh, sí.
Sí,
Ujú.
ok.
Ya.
¿Usted ya lo hizo en el trabajo? ¿verdad?
Sí, lo hice con mis compañeros.
Ok, ¿y usted es ciudadano, no es ciudadano,
No,
residente?
no.
¿Y usted en el trabajo a qué se dedica? ¿Restaurante o fábrica? ¿Construcción? Ok, pero no es ciudadano.
No.
Ok. Dijo que usted lo registraron en el trabajo, en construcción,
Sí.
y todavía no es ciudadano.
No.
Ok, es como una organización que se dedica a registrar, ayudar a la gente hispana a poder registrarse para las elecciones que vienen, para votar el mes que viene. Usted al momento, ya mucha gente nos dijeron que lo registraron en el trabajo o en el supermercado, en el DMV. ¿Usted ya está registrado?
Sí, ¿no? Yo creo que sí, que a mí allá donde yo trabajo, sí me pidieron eso.
Oh.
Dude, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
They're all doing it at work or like at, the supermarket. Like, this is insane. Like, one more, another one. Like, this is insane, guys. This is posted by Oversight Project. You should check them out. Footage. Oh, so that's right. The Real Muckraker. They said that's the one that filmed this. I don't know why it says their name on there. It should have both of them, to give credit and source to the original, source material of this, the people who made it. Go check out the Real Muckraker. Just Real Muckraker on Twitter. He's the one who did the Arizona Maricopa County one. He did this one, and hopefully he's doing others. I mean, hopefully he's going state to state in the swing state, at least in swing state to investigate there, because those are the ones that really matter. And if they've rigged the swing states, there's really no helping this election at all. And we can already see they've done it in 2 states, And even if the polls are correct, and even if the betting places are correct for Arizona and the other states, it doesn't matter, because they're not registering, or they're not counting the illegal immigrants who are registered. They're not polling the illegal immigrants who are registered. So these people, they have big enough numbers to change even a big lead on Kamala. And that is very, very fraudulent, very dangerous for this country. And it is going to possibly steal the election. And I don't want to be, someone who gets banned on freaking YouTube, but this is something that we need to focus on. This is factual video proof that this is happening in this country, whether it's ballots being, stuffed into boxes, being transferred to illegal sources, like in the car, the person handing the ballots off in the car, or, people falsely registering to vote under an illegal status, or, wherever, whatever it is, having 10 to 12 days to count the ballots. It's insane. Or anything else that we've gone over. It is just absurd how far they are going to try to take this election to and give it and make it in the way they want, to push this election to the direction that they need to get the administration again. And it is really, really terrifying me. I don't think we can handle another even year or two of this kind of crap. If we go through this again, it will be the death of America. And I know this in my heart. This will be the death of America if we get another 2 years of a democratic administration. It will be the death of America. All right, guys, we're going to check out my merch store again real quick. I'm actually going to be uploading some more shirts here in a couple of days. I've come up with some new designs, and I'm going to upload them. They're pretty dope. I'm going to do a Deadpool Wolverine one, a couple others and stuff like that. I'm a nerd, so we'll get some nerdy stuff like this. We already have a lot of nerdy Star Wars stuff, but we'll keep going with that. So yeah, we got our Super Trump shirts. We got the heavy duty one, premium heavyweight shirt. This is kind of like a Carhartt material. We got our regular good tees. They're nice. This isn't from me, but it's same kind of material, same company that makes the t-shirt itself. I make the designs and stuff. Then we have the girls one. We have the American Horror Story, the half American flag, Don't Tread on Me, the election wars, don't come and take it, voting for a felon. They were all felons with the founding fathers. Time for a revolution, a little kitty with We Are Friends Not Food, and welfare queen Zelensky, Pallywood, which is Palestinian propaganda, Hollywood basically. We have the Mexican, Don't Tread on Me, the California, the Georgia, the Texas, the Arizona, the original. We got tons and tons and tons of stuff. We got mugs with little Vader fight. The Force is strong with him, with a red, white, and blue lightsaber and Jedi cloak over his suit. We have the Make America Great Again trooper. We got the Fight sweatshirt. We got the original Fight with Trump, and lots more. We got F Hamas. We got the Texas Don't Tread on Me on the back. By the way, I'm going to switch this design so it has a white outline so it pops more. We got the Super Trump long sleeve. We got the Arizona Don't Tread on Me. I'm going to switch this to a white background too, like the other shirt. We got the United You Stand long sleeve, another fitted, high premium fitted Fight with Trump on it, and some hoodies and some light bomber jackets. And that one has Fight on the back as well. And then all different kind of hats. My ones with my brand on it. We got MAGA hats. They all come in different colors and shades. So go and check those out. You can get a red and black, a black and gray, a black, all red classic like this. And it'll have my brand on the side, MAGA gang on the back, and an American flag on the other side. So go check all that out, guys. And really appreciate it if you guys go check that out and let me know what you like. If you guys want anything custom, you can email me, which my email is in the description, or leave a comment on my video. Alrighty, guys, that'll be it for this one. I appreciate you guys coming by. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Alrighty.